What's up, guys? Chris here, Yu-Gi-Oh! Memes. We'll talk about what happened, this LA Regionals for a bit, like a little recap, really fast. Pretty much, just want to say that it was, like, I loved it, but I hated it also. It was one of those days, not my days. Cause I woke up sick that day, for starters, and I felt okay or whatever, but throughout the whole day, I ended up getting a fever, and it was just, it was one of those days, and it ruined the hype of being at regionals. So anyway, we're almost running late to regionals in the beginning. Let me start there. We're almost late. We get there. We call my friend Mike. He's holding our spot in the front of the line. We run to the front of the line, and oh my god, this line is huge. This is the biggest regionals I've ever seen. It's just the regionals. It was like 700 plus people. I've been to LA regionals where there's only like 350 people. Pretty small, and being there with 700 people was just pretty annoying actually. I didn't like it. Everything was cramped. Everything was stuffy. It was pretty fucking annoying, you know. One of those days I didn't want to be there. Especially because I was sick. That was the reason why, because I was sick. So, let's see. Shit that happened to me at regionals. Well, for number one, I got even worse. So, I lost my first round to Worms, and it was weird. It was one of those decks. You know, props to that guy. He played really well. But game 3, I just drew stupid, and he drew triple MST, or double MST, I don't even know, but it was, he drew pretty well. Luck in Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess. And then I went undefeated until round 6, where I lost. So by the time so I was X2, and I was already like, I don't want to fucking play anymore if I'm X2. Like, the only reason I was in the tournament this time was trying to get top 8, because I already got my invite. So when I went to the next round, I was X2, I told the guy, and I was just like, you know what? I started playing stupid. Like, I was literally just not paying attention. I was letting him win. And I told him, like, game 2, I was like, you know what? You just take the fucking win. I don't want to play. Because I was so sick, and I felt like shit. You are no joke. Let's see. Shit that happened. Okay, so I was there. Almost got there late. You know, I got into the tournament. Yeah, that was cool. I met up with my friend Sam, Star Strike Duelist. And we were chilling for a while. Now, here's where shit starts being like, what the fuck? So, we trade mats. She has a Spellground mat, and I have my, my Adventure Time mat. So yeah, I have that mat. And she wants to trade mats. She wants to use mine. I'll use her mat, right? So I use her mat for a majority of the tournament. And once I drop, like I'm chilling, and this is where it starts getting like I liked it and I hated it. Because I liked it because I saw a lot of people. Like, I met a lot of people from Yu-Gi-Oh! Memes, and they were just like, they were coming up to me, and they were like, hey, Yu-Gi-Oh! Memes, and I was saying hi to a lot of people, and it was pretty cool, like, I appreciate everyone who said hi to me and everything. I met a horse. There was a guy in a horse head dueling. There was a guy in a George Bush, mask dueling. That was pretty weird. I met this really tall guy, like, no joke, like, you know what I'm talking about, like, really tall Samoan guy. He's huge. He's the guy that gave me the biggest hug, so I gave him the Giga Brilliant. I actually did give away the Giga Brilliant, by the way, if you guys saw my other video. So yeah, you guys should have given me a hug. That guy's huge. Oh my god, it was like a teddy bear. It was ridiculous. What else? Oh yeah. So people were asking me to sign their cards and stuff. I signed some kids Ghost MST, some kids Story Guys. I was signing mats. There's a lot of fun stuff that happened to me that day, and I really appreciate it. Like, I really loved that feeling of people, like, just saying that I love the feeling of people saying, I love your page, man. It makes me laugh. It makes me feel good that I can put a smile on people's faces, one way or another. That was cool. So here's where it starts getting bad. So, some kid asked me to sign his Story Guides. I remember these Story Guides, too, because they were black rares, and they were a little damaged, so I was like, you know what, I'll sign your I signed the Story Guides. I buy Veilers from some guy, signed the kid's tour guides, finished a trade, because I think I traded them or bought it, I don't remember. Finished a trade, and I had the Spellground mat in my hand, right? And I put it down to sign the cards. Finished the trade, go talk to my friend Trayvon, and I realize, where the fuck is Sam's Spellground mat? Up my bag, it's not there, it's not on my arm. I run back to where I was, Spellground mat's missing. I ask everyone around there, nobody's seen the mat. What did I expect? No one was gonna fucking confess anyway. So I lost Star Strike Duelist's Spellground mat. You cannot believe how scared I was. You cannot believe how bad I felt. Because, it's a fucking Spellground mat. Those shits aren't cheap. So what I did was, I recognized some guy from my school, and I was talking to him for a while, and I was like, hey, you have a mat? do you have a mat that you would sell? And he's like, what kind of mat? I told him a Spellground. And he told me, I have a black Spellground mat and I'm willing to sell it to you. So, Stam calls me. And I'm like, hey, come meet over here. We were in the beginning, so we can hang out again. So she comes over here, and I'm talking to this guy. And I trade my BLS and like $20 to get another Spellground mat for her. And she comes right when I finish the trade. And she's like, what happened? And I was like, I lost your Spellground mat. And her face was, oh my God, I thought she was going to kill me. Luckily, she wasn't luckily, she wasn't too mad. Yeah, she was sad, obviously, because I lost her mat. But I did get her a new one that same day. I got her a new one like right away, actually. She was happy about that. It was a black Spellground mat instead. And I'm still really sorry for losing your mat. But, you know, I tried my best to get you a new one. I did get her a new one. I went out of my way. Now I'm just one BLS shorts and a couple of Veilers. Because, yeah, it was a BLS, 2 Veilers, and like $10 that I traded. Or something like that. So, yeah, that sucked. After that, I was just sitting down with my cousin, and we were just playtesting, talking to a lot of people. Let's see, again, I started feeling worse and worse. My lips were getting chapped, etc. But then people came up to me from Yu-Gi-Oh! Memes and asked me to sign more shit. That was pretty cool. And I'm sitting down at the tables, and I'm playing with people, and I'm making videos, deck profiles and stuff. And like 2 hours later, I get up to go pee, and I had my mat, my deck box, and my binder like right next to me. And I get up to go pee, and I notice my bag is missing. My bag where I have my stuff, my swim bag, my high school bag. And I notice it's missing. So I look around, and someone took my bag. And what bugs me is not because it's my bag, but the fact that I had my favorite sweater in there. So yeah, they didn't get any cards or anything. All that was in my bag was my sweater, and my calculator, and that's it. That was all that was in my bag. They just took it. I don't know why people do that shit. Pisses me off. Again, it was my fault for obviously just leaving it next to me. I didn't expect anyone to take it, but I felt like shit. I wasn't paying attention to anything around me, obviously. So yeah, lost my sweater. It was a Vans sweater. It was a light blue one with a hood. I felt so bad. It was my favorite sweater. So that happened. I got to get the deck profile of the person who won first place. I have that video. I'll upload it later or something. Overall, it was a nice day to meet a lot of people, to meet a lot of you guys. I loved how everyone came up to me. Here's how it went. Round 1, lost to Worms. Round 2, I played Sam's and I won. Then I played GB's and I won. Then I played some Chaos Stun and I won. Then I played Insectors and I won. Then I played Dragunities, and that's where Game 3 I lost because pretty much I won Game 2 because of, oh my god, I need to tell you. I won Game 2 because of this card. Now, this card is so good. This is how I won Game 2. He had RDMD, Scrap Dragon, Stardust Dragon, Ravine. And I had Watt Draft, Watt Cobra, and one set. He used a Scrap Dragon's effect to pop himself, pop the back row. I chained Threatening Roar. That was the one set, Threatening Roar. He used the Red Eyes effect to bring back Scrap Dragon, pass his turn. I go, summon another Draft, monster board another Cobra, attack for 44 directly, search twice, then I exceed for this guy. I detach all 3, blow up all his monsters. And I know you're thinking, why didn't you use Stardust effect to negate? Because I attacked with Watt Giraffe. When you attack with Watt Giraffe, your opponent cannot activate anything after you take damage. You can't take monster effects, can't activate spell or trap effects, or spells and traps in general. So I went this, and I blew up his whole field. Next turn, he's top decking. He draws, he makes Catastor, passes turn because he can't attack over you. No, he draws, makes Catastor, and I drop Messenger of Peace turn before, so he can't attack me. So all he has is Ravine, Catastor, and one card in his hand. I top deck a Watt Pheasant, so I don't pay for Messenger, attack directly with Pheasant, banish Catastor, attack directly with him for game. That was just perfect. This guy came in handy. I put him in my deck because I thought he's situational. I might use him, and I couldn't get a Shockmaster in time. Because I thought you couldn't run the supers for that day, but apparently you could have, and I didn't know that until they started the tournament. So if I could, I would have run Shockmaster, but this guy came in handy way more than Shockmaster. This guy's really good. So that's how I won that. Game 3, I fucked up. It was more on the lines of I played more defensively than offensively. What happened was he was under Lava Golem, he had 15, and and at the end phase he set one card. And I had Macro out, and it's Dragunities, so he couldn't do anything. But that one card set scared me. So he was at 15. I had Watt Cobra in my hand. If I would have summoned Watt Cobra, attacked directly, next turn he would have died in his standby phase. But instead, I set Spirit Reaper because I thought, what are the odds of him getting an MST to MST macro? And fuck me, right? He top decks an MST. Pops macro, goes off with Ravine, goes off with Ducks, gets Stardust Dragon, pops my Reaper with not Achilles, the other one. But he just goes off and he goes for game. Next turn I would have won. If I would have just attacked with Cobra, then I would have won. When the duel ended, I asked him, what was that face down? He shows me it was a bluff. It was Lightning Pristine Mirror. I would have won. But that was my fault again. So it was my fault I went X2. Now I know I'm going to play a little more ballsy. So that was that. After that, I went into some I went against that hero guy. I just didn't want to play. I was just dead. I was like, fuck that shit. My friend Julio, pops to him. He got like 22nd or 28th place, something like that. So yeah, pretty much it was a pretty weird day. I lost a lot of money because of spending for that mat. Can't believe I lost a mat. I lost my sweater. It was not my day. Like I almost. Hopefully next regionals experience is better, but I think I'm gonna just take a break for a while, just relax, because I still feel like shit. So yeah, that was my regionals. Thanks for saying hi to everyone who was there. I really appreciated it. Who else did I see there? Who else did I see? Oh, I was playing a lot of. I played a lot of rogue decks. It was weird. I did not play windups. I did not play Geargias. You know, I made a side for Geargias and windups. I side in Triple Golden Match, but it ended up coming in handy in Sams and Heroes and stuff. But it was just weird. I played decks I didn't expect to play. And there was a lot of Agents and Sams there, and those are my best matchups. And I ended up playing Heroes and Insectors and shit, so that pissed me off. Other than that, it was a good day, so yeah. That was my regionals. We'll see you guys next time.